Hey everybody, Chad from the future in my office interrupting my first countdown. I just wanted to take a minute to let you know that I appreciate the click, and I'm excited to bring you the first installment of my small business interview series. Check the description below for all the relevant social media links and to discover how your business can also be featured. Stay tuned after the interview for a quick announcement and a tease about next Monday's meeting, but for now, back to that countdown I interrupted. Hey everybody, welcome back to Appleseed Road. We're here with another Monday meeting. Today we're sitting down with Mr. Matt Smith of the Red Dot Merch Company. How are you, Matt?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm well. It's a beautiful day. So,
It really is. Thanks for having me.
I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for taking the time.
Of course.
So let's start with, what can you tell us about how Red Dot Merch Co. started? What was the whole idea behind it for you?
So Red Dot started in the summer of 2018 as an offshoot business of our parent company, which is Dell & Design. Dell & Design has been around for 25 years. We're a creative agency. We're located in the heart of downtown Providence. And naturally with that, when you're working with clients, you don't always have as much opportunity to design as much that you would like with as little compromise as possible, needless to say. So this was an opportunity for us to do something that was creative, that was something that was true to everyone at the company, which was we're all members of the Rhode Island area, and it was our opportunity to do something fun, interesting, t-shirts, merchandise, accessories, things like that we'd have unlimited control over, needless to say. So it kind of started as an outgrowth of that. It's all the same people. It's basically a sister company of Dell & Design, and we're going on 4 years now, which is awesome.
So it sounds very small, team-oriented.
It makes for a really great collaborative team environment.
And speaking of designers, all of the designs for Red Dot are done in-house by your team, correct?
Correct. Everyone from our team is an unbelievable designer. They're all from the Rhode Island area, and we do all the different designs, whether it's a t-shirt or an accessory item, a pin, a magnet, a tote bag. We do it all.
That's great. And what about the production? How much of the actual textile work is done in Rhode Island?
So we try to keep everything as local as possible. You know, being a company that specializes in making Rhode Island inspired products, we always try to keep things as local as we can. So whether that's the production of the t-shirts or some of the cards or anything of that nature, we're always trying to keep it local as often as possible.
Now, speaking of local, you and I met at the Providence Flea on South Water Street. Are you doing any more events like that?
So we just wrapped up our summer of flea dates this year, just a few weeks ago. We usually are out there at least a couple times during the summer. It's always been a really great venue for us to be able to get products out in front of people. Being an online store, we don't always have that opportunity as much. So Maria and the Flea do a great job. And we've just wrapped for the summer, but we are going to be back for the Winter Flea, which is usually indoors.
At the Artiste Market.
Correct, yep. So we should be there for a few dates in the winter for the holiday season as well.
That's fantastic. Now, outside of events, where can people find you locally?
So outside of events in our online store, we are featured in a couple of different shops. That includes Queen of Hearts and Modern Love in downtown Providence, the Edgewood Cheese Shop in Cranston. We also have partnerships with the Providence Visitor and Convention Center Bureau. So we do have some products featured there, as well as partnerships with places like Providence Riverboat Company, Providence Kayak, and the Providence Tour Company. We've done some collaborations with them on some designs as well, so they have a number of our items available also.
Fantastic. Where do you see Red Dot going next? What's the expansion in the future look like?
Yeah, so it's like most businesses the past year and a half now, it's been hard to predict, and obviously with the news coming down recently, it does bring some questions to mind. So we're always kind of reflecting on that. I think the online store, of course, is still going strong. We're interested in pursuing as many partnerships as we can for organizations that are looking to collaborate on new types of designs and ways of having something creative to promote their business, as well as wholesale or retail opportunities so that we can be in some more brick and mortar stores. I think those are probably some of our bigger focuses right now.
Now, if somebody owns a store, is interested in carrying your merchandise, how can they get in touch with you?
So they can go to our website and they can reach out. All of our contact info is there. And they can see some of the products that we have available now. Of course, any of the things that we've already made and have a design for, we're happy to be able to provide some of that stuff and get that produced. And if they're interested in doing some kind of partnership, they have a custom design that they want to do. As I mentioned, we're all brand development specialists, so it's just kind of our thing. So we're always happy to collaborate and come up with new designs.
All of the designs that I've seen come from Red Dot are incredibly unique and charming. Tell us about the thought process that goes into production.
Sure. So we wanted to produce some stuff, as I mentioned, that was inspired by the fact that, we're all Rhode Islanders and we wanted to do something that was representative of where we come from. And at the same time, we were kind of seeing that there was a gap between, the type of work that we wanted to do and the type of stuff that was available today that you'd find from traditional kind of stores, brick and mortar stores, your typical kind of gift shop type of items.
So a lot of the designs that I see, they do seem much more locally inspired. They don't seem like they're kind of mass produced by people who just Googled what is in Rhode Island. It seems like you guys genuinely put a lot of time and effort into your designs.
Well, sure. And I think, when we were coming up with this idea, we wanted to do things that were representative of Rhode Island and where we come from. And we wanted to be able to toe the line between, having those people that wanted something to be maybe, representative of a vacation or a trip, but also be something that they could maybe send back home to somebody who's no longer living here. That reminds them of that local look and feel, what it's like to be a Rhode Islander. So we wanted to try to have some designs that, spoke to where we come from, but also be a little bit different from some of the more typical gift shop type of items that you might find. So having a little bit more of a modern design feel to it with a really localized approach was something that we really were excited about doing.
On that point, I really do think somebody who is no longer living in Rhode Island is going to instantly fall in love with something like this.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's honestly one of our most popular items, just because it's very recognizable. It's something that everybody knows and loves, and it's usually one of those things that people say, oh, I really miss that. I don't live here anymore. Or, my son who's in college, will love this. He's going to really love getting surprised with this. So we always try to have that in the back of our heads when we're thinking of these things, and just thinking about, what are those things that are really going to make somebody excited about, wearing this, or, putting this magnet on their fridge, for example. So that's kind of the barometer we usually try to set.
And what I do appreciate too is that none of your designs look the same. You didn't fall into any kind of one category. There's a lot of different flavors in your designs.
Yeah, and I think, one of the comments we usually get is that, everything feels like it's come from us, even though there is some diversity as far as the themes and subject matter and the way that we're trying to present some of these things. So I think, over the years we've established a look and feel that's truly, unique to us, but we're not limited in terms of what we can do creatively.
Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to sit with us today. Thank you for walking us through some of Red Dot's history. I really appreciate it. What's the website that people can go to take a closer look at you guys?
So the website is reddotmerchco.com. We have all of our products for sale on there. If you missed us at the flea, or you happen to see us in another store, for example, you could always go on there. All the products that we have available today are there. Be sure to follow us on social media, of course, too. If we have new stock alerts or sales or new items that are coming down the pipeline, we're usually first to post it there. And that's usually where you can kind of get all the good deals for what we're doing.
That's fantastic, Matt. Thank you for taking the time to sit with us today. I'm excited to see how Red Dot expands in the future.
Of course, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Chad from the future again. Just wanted to take one last minute to thank Matt Smith and the Red Dot Merch Company for participating in this series. They would also like to thank you for watching. Use the coupon code APPLESEED at their digital store, link in the description below, and you'll receive an exclusive 10% discount from your order. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the series I'll be bringing to this channel, including next Monday's meeting, where I sit down with one of the minds behind one of the newest and most interactive restoration shops and museums in Rhode Island, Electromagnetic Pinball. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.